Yo, what's up, guys? This is Rafael from C Manga here to give you a review of this week's chapter of Bleach 553: A Frozen Cross. And I had definitely enjoyed this week's chapter, I have to say. It was kind of predictable, and this was expected to happen, but either way, it was like I still enjoyed it because of the way it was executed. It's one of those things, it's like it's coming, but how is it going to arrive? And yeah, Kubo kind of delivered in this chapter quite well. It was a bit soon, like there's two captains getting their Bankais back, but I mean, at this point, it just seemed like the Quincy's had everything like in their disposal to counter-attack against the Shinigami. I mean, even the little plans they tried, Soifon using Shunko, Hitsugai using his Shikai, it just seemed like it wasn't enough. So I'm guessing, this needed to basically happen to move the story along, or where we're just gonna have a repetitive beatdown of the captain. So yeah, in this chapter, as I said, we see that Hitsugai and Soifon get their Bankais back, and I did enjoy it because some of the lines were quite like cheeky and rude. Like when Hitsugai got his Bankai back at the beginning, it was like he gets part of his wings back, and Kandu's like, "What's happening? How can you get it back?" And he's like, "I don't know what happened. It's just like maybe Hyourinmaru wanted to get his just wanted to come back." Like things like that make me laugh because I could imagine how it would be said if it was animated. Seeing Soifon was quite disturbing. I glad to see she's alive. She wasn't blown to bits, but she was like kind of like a corpse really, and there was all these like tentacles or stuff like kind of poked into her body by BG9, and he was analyzing her. And this bit was kind of a cheeky move from Kubo because the last chapter, I remember everyone was like, "Oh my god, has Omaida got a Bankai now?" And because he was reaching for the pill. And I was like, don't tell me this guy's got a Bankai before certain characters, because there were a lot of other characters I think deserve a Bankai before him. But no, in this chapter, he picks it up and basically gives it to Soifon, saying, "This will help you, Captain," or Taicho, as he loves to say. And yeah, she gets it back. Um, what I liked was the little, captain, vice captain thing going between them. You see that Omaida was like, "Did you hear, Captain?" He's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, of course I could hear that annoying voice." Obviously, Urahara she was talking about, and she wasn't being much of a bitch like she usually is, and she basically uses Bankai, and she asked for Omaida's like to support her so she can aim it, and then she fires it at BG9, and it was sick. Because this is another cheeky line. She was like, "Oh, you like analyzing stuff, yeah? Analyze this," and then she fires the rocket, and then obviously massive explosion after. So as I said, really did like that. Um, the rest of the chapter was basically dedicated to Shiro. Kandu tries using Bankai, saying, "Oh, you think we weren't prepared for this, or like we're not prepared to use it? It's like we know about how to use the Bankai correctly." And it's like he tries to use it against Toshiro, but it doesn't work. And Toshiro basically says you can't attack itself, and this annoys Kandu because he basically implies to Shuro is like, "Oh, so what, you think Bankai has a soul? Stop basically saying that. I don't believe in that crap." And Toshiro says, "Oh, it seems like you don't believe Bankais have a soul." And then after we hear, this is the bit where I was confused because I think it's like in one small panel we see, "Oh yes, indeed, he seems like that way," and then we see Toshiro respond to it. So I'm assuming that was Hyourinmaru's voice, basically saying to Toshiro, speaking to him again after all this time of being gone, and like Toshiro welcomes him back. And then we see on the next panel, this one of the best pictures I've seen in a while from Kubo. It's like Toshiro with his full Bankai, and yeah, it looks very different. It's like you could see the dragon head of Hyourinmaru behind it, and a bit of the body and massive wings coming out, and there's like a little eye patch kind of thing going down to Shiro's eye, kind of similar to how some of the Urankos have their mask. And I was like, yeah, this is freaking badass. This looks sick. I was kind of confused though because it was like he even said, "Oh, Urahara said the holification will only last for a second or a minute." It's like, "But I'll just have to use it like this," and I thought, is it the hollow Ryatsu from the pill that's changed it this way, or is it also because of what Kubo said at the beginning of this arc in the notes? He said Toshiro's Bankai would be complete. I remember him specifically saying that, so I'm thinking this is probably a combination of the both. Um, it's probably altered slightly from the Hollow Reatsu, and this is probably Toshiro's complete Bankai, or he's growing power anyway for it, because they did say it was incomplete. And I'm sure Kubo did mention that it would be complete in this, so I think it's a combination of the two of them. But either way, the design is sick. He looked really badass. I never really cared about Toshiro's Bankai too much, but yeah, it looks sick in this one. Um, After that, Kandu's basically, the Bankai's completely gone. He doesn't have the wings left out, or tries a desperate attack with his claw things going like that. And Toshiro attacks him, saying that the Hyourinmaru's crest is the cross shape, and it shows the Quincy's pentagram. Basically, it's like it was splitting, and then we see a massive panel at the end of like an ice cross, as the chapter says, frozen cross, and Kandu's inside it, and Toshiro's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry for not making a pentagram instead, but you know, this is the cross of Hyourinmaru. And I was just like, yes, I love your chapter, man. It was sick. It was really bad. Seeing that kind of new Bankai. I hope we get more information in that next time, and we see if what was it. Was it just a Hollow Reatsu, or is this Toshiro? Because you remember he was training as well at the end of the Aizen fight with Ichiko. So I'm assuming this is, you know, growing powers as well as the Hollow Reatsu. But I won't repeat that again. I said that I'm not. So yeah, as I said, good chapter. It kind of relieves, you know, obviously the two final Bankais to be recovered, which is Komamura's Bankai from Bambietta, I think it was, who stole it. We'll see that maybe not go as easy as this one, or maybe it will, who knows. And I'm kind of wondering, everyone else got their pills. Does this mean that the pill went to Byakuya as well? Because he's in the royal realm, and I know Urahara is a complete genius, but I wonder if that pill can actually go to that dimension. Has Byakuya got it, or is it going to be like an off-panel thing? Yeah, he gets his the pill goes to him, and then we see that he's got his Bankai back, and then he comes back all you know, all glamorous when we see him, Ichigo, Riku, and Renji again, and they're all powered up. So that's one thing I wanted to know. Did he get the pill in this chapter as well, but just behind the scenes? Either way, I guess it will be shown, but you know, I'm starting to you know, get more hyped with Bleach again. The last chapters were okay, but you know, a bit boring and like kind of drawn out. But this one moved along a bit quickly, predictable but enjoyable in my opinion. So yeah, I can't wait for the next few chapters. I'm looking to see what the higher Quincy's are gonna do now, because I think they'll be able to handle Bankai still and you know, put up a good fight. These are probably like, you know, these stone ritters are just like the lower ranks, the naive ones that are just going to get their ass handed to make the captains look good, obviously, for now, and then the higher ones are going to cause some havoc. So yeah, that's this chapter. I enjoyed it, as I've said enough times. Good artwork, and you know, enjoyed a bit of the fighting. So that's it for this. You know the usual. If you enjoyed the chapter and you got anything to say, any predictions you want to let me know about, just leave them below. Also leave us a like, because we really appreciate it, and also subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.